Shut up and sit down.
This podcast is brought to you by Duracell. Stick the battery up your ass and go fuck yourself. It's a Christmas special!
Brought to you by Bullet Club.
Bullet Club!
I'm joking, we're not that cool.
Oh, fuck. Jesus.
We've already swore. We've already swore.
Welcome to the Christmas special, the very second episode of the Two Amigos podcast. I am your host, Charlie the Magician, the best in the world. I drink Fosters and I beat up my wife Wells, and I'm joined by the one and only Santino, king of the podcast, Quatso.
Who has brought the top knot back in his life?
I think we're overdoing it.
Possibly.
Get
but
fucked.
This is what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
We talk a lot of shit, and we have a great time bringing you what we hope is enjoyment.
Oh, absolutely.
Father Christmas, but not pissed.
So a week ago we released the first episode, and my God, it done well.
Last time I checked, 215 views.
215?
And I can honestly say, none of them were from me.
Really?
So I wouldn't watch shit like this.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I feel sorry for anyone who would.
11 likes. We had one dislike. If you disliked, go fuck yourself. We hate you. You're not getting a Christmas card from the Two Amigos podcast.
Yeah, and say goodbye to your Hanukkah candles. They're gone.
Bitch, please.
Get out of here.
But thanks to everyone that liked, shared, subscribed. You know, thanks, man, because you make it possible.
Well.
You are the audience we plug to. If we didn't have you, this would be the biggest dud since Roman Reigns' WWE title reign.
Oh, wow. Good hit.
Thank you very much. Hit that like button on that.
Crush that like button. Hit that like button if you think Roman Reigns didn't deserve the Universal title.
What are we going to get trending tonight? Roman Reigns was the worst WWE champion since Hulk Hogan?
Since Jinder Mahal.
Since The Miz.
Since Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal.
That's the thing.
What was he called?
That was the thing.
The Bombay Bad Boy.
He's the modern day Maharaja. And I tell you what, he was actually, for what he did, I think he wasn't that bad. I don't think he's as bad as people say. It was just
very muscly. I wouldn't mind having a body like him.
Oh God, yeah, he's ripped.
But you know, as a
I mean, he had good assistance from his friend Stair, last name Roids.
Amazing,
beautiful.
But anyway, we hope you've had a great week. Yeah. We're back for episode 2.
It's Christmas. God.
I'm wearing a Bullet Club top, as I will always wear Bullet Club tops. Charlie's gonna go.
I'm Balor Club. I'm Balor Club today. And introducing our special guest. It's the producer, the brains behind the project. It's James Paul!
The Paul Heyman to the Punk and Lesnar of the group.
Beautiful. James, how are you doing? How are you doing, James?
Yeah, not too bad, cheers.
You've not been well this week. Manfred hasn't slowed you down.
Nah.
I'm seeing Dana over there. We won't draw to the fact that you're a pussy, but never mind. So, James, tell us, what do you do that makes this podcast the watch that it is? Well, listen.
Well, stick it together, edit it, give you guys the news, put it on YouTube.
It's no emphasis.
Ah, no.
There's no emphasis.
No,
you know, he is the brains behind this. He's the government to our podcast.
Sit down, James. You're not well.
It's true.
You're being too modest.
I'm sitting down.
Beautiful.
Take your shirt off. It's
My God.
sexy.
So a week ago when we released the podcast, we didn't expect any
No,
attention.
you really blew it down. Actually.
Yeah.
It's not going to go very well. It's going to be
it's
shit.
just not going to be very good. And that's my
to be
attitude.
fair, I plugged it all over every social media account I had. I have 700 followers on Twitter, 200 on Instagram, and 600 friends on Facebook I don't even know. So we were bound to get a few watches, but I think 215
that's a lot more
from a free podcast that we decided to do.
This is independently produced on the Isle of Sheppey. I thought 5 years would be a
we're sponsored. If you want to plug your sponsor now, dude, could you plug it every week?
This is sponsored by Tech Shop. For all of your repair needs, PC needs, game needs, come visit us, Sheerness High Street, 105. If you come and talk to me, I might not punch you in the face. It's a good day.
Also, I'd like to announce the winner of the £10 gift voucher was your brother.
Yeah.
It's not rigged, we promise. Just, you know,
he literally just came in and called me a fucking doofus. And then he
Charlie's bozo.
And I was like, what's that supposed? And he said, I'm bozo. And I went, what? And he went to the podcast. I went, oh, fuck. So the boss is angry.
Yeah, you are the boss.
No? I am the
James
boss. It's boss time. Get my girl
big boss, man.
Jesus Christ. Right, Joe, let's jump straight into news.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Okay, so everyone's sick. Everyone over the fucking country is sick. Man flu epidemic. Oh, boys, this is a bad time to be a man.
Kind of a bit of a bad chest at the minute.
Oh, I've had a bad chest. I've been really bad.
Yeah, I've actually cut down on smoking, which is very rare for me, but...
Yeah,
James over there, the boss man, is currently dying of man flu.
He's dead.
You're just dying.
I think he's dead.
Pussy hole.
Barely standing.
He's dead.
I'm tanking along.
Take long,
stronger than ever.
one day at a time.
One day at a time. Love rules all.
Before we do the news though, how's your week?
Oh, how's the week?
You just forget that part.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. So how have you been, Santino? What's new in the life of the Italian stallion?
I have a girlfriend.
Nah,
I have a girlfriend
off.
for the first time in fucking ages, man. I have a girlfriend.
Wow.
And she's normal and not weird
I
or
don't know.
psychotic.
I don't know. I can remember Jenny with the 3 arms. Now she was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she did rock my world in many ways.
Of course, I don't know. I mean, like, used to get to punch 3 people at the same time. It was insane.
It was mainly me that she punched.
Oh wow.
But no, my girlfriend's super cool. She's pretty. She's awesome. She shares the podcast. Not that I pay her to. With Mick and Lurt. But no, she's alright, so I can't remember doing this, but shout out to Sam.
Shout out to Sam. Welcome to the Good Egg Club.
Welcome, Sam. Hopefully you stay forever.
You're a
This
good
is
egg,
gay.
Sam.
I'm not sober while I'm saying this, but she's made me say this, so...
Oh. Yeah.
So
If she needs to put the gun down, she's
part of Bullet Club now.
Oh, she's part of Bullet Club.
We have a female member of Bullet Club. There isn't just me, James, and you, Charlie.
Actually, the Bullet Club's expanded, you know.
There's a lot of Bullet Clubs on the island. I tried to tell her that the other day, but she didn't believe me. She's like, I've never seen anyone wear it. And I was like, we keep it under wraps, bitch. This is something
She has to get out more, walk down the high street.
She goes to Morrison's.
Oh, wow.
Not a lot of Bullet Clubbers go to Morrison's. I mean, us Bullet Clubbers, we shop at M&S. Because we're posh bastards.
Premium.
Waitrose,
Premium life.
Exactly.
I mean, I used to work at Tesco, so it's a bit.
Yeah, but you was keeping it under wraps, man. You know, this was before Bullet Club hired you. Now where'd you work?
CA.
Exactly. He's moved up in the world.
He's literally he's
going part of the world.
working at Sex. How sexy can you get?
I love that.
Shop.
The rival of the Tep Shop. Yeah, you can look at.
Oh, hello. Bullet Club and Bullet Club Elite.
Offer deals on the podcast.
Oh, that's a shame. You see, this is the reason you go to the tech shop, for the friendly atmosphere and the knife collection.
Are you offering any deals this week?
You are plugging.
No, there aren't that many deals, but stay out of my shed.
Okay.
You've really turned this podcast.
I said stay out of my shed!
You've turned this podcast weird tonight.
Jesus. Into the news.
We didn't even ask
Let's
how your
go.
week was.
Oh, what, my week's
We don't care about his week.
Every goddamn
He's the
shit.
host. No one cares about the host's week. He doesn't do anything.
The biggest,
Just host this.
The biggest thing that's happened this week is the Lord and Saviour of Manchester United, Jose Mourinho, is gone.
Yes, that was a shock. I was at work on... What day are we now? We're Thursday. I think it was yesterday, was it?
Let me
Was
see.
it Tuesday?
Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday.
It was Tuesday, yeah.
He was sacked on
Solskjaer
Tuesday.
was appointed yesterday.
Because there was a lot of talk of Carrick taking over as interim manager.
He did for, I think it was 5.5 hours.
Oh, yeah, and he did a good job, 5.5 hours.
Yeah. Well, no, he's won as many trophies as Klopp and Pochettino's won, so shout out to Michael Carrick.
Oh, well done, Carrick. Do you know what? Give him a round of applause, guys.
Thank you. Maybe we should put an applause button into that.
Yeah, I thought let's put an applause button in there.
Mr. Producer of podcasts over there. We've just given him the eyes. He's going to do that for us. But yes, wasn't really a surprise. Although on Monday morning, the Daily Mirror, released saying that Man United weren't going to make any rash decisions to sack Jose. And then I'd say probably 24 hours later, he got called to Carrington, which is obviously the training ground, and was terminated.
Because there was a lot of fuss about, because they're saying it's going to be really expensive to sack him.
There was a figure that was thrown around, 39 million. I think that's been shot down now to 25 million.
Still ridiculous.
That was the
That's
sacking
ridiculous.
clause.
Does Mourinho have an agent?
Yes, his agent is Pedro Mendes, which is the same agent as Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, wow.
So, obviously, in football, if you don't know agents, you have the pinnacle, which is Mino Raiola, which is Paul Pogba's.
Yep.
And you have Jorge Mendes, which is Jose Mourinho's, Cristiano Ronaldo's, and a few of the others.
Who was Bebe's agent? He honestly, he did a good job.
Oh, Bebe. Whoever signed Bebe at Man United from watching YouTube videos. Yeah, there you go, guys. If you ever want to get to Man United, just upload videos on YouTube of you doing keepy-ups. Given the current state of Man United, we will probably sign you.
Given the current state of Man United, you're uploading Fortnite clips of people in the bloody club. Jesus Christ. My God. Do you think maybe they should have waited till after Christmas to get rid of Mourinho? Or hold out to the end of the season?
No. Obviously, if Man United's next 2 fixtures are Cardiff away this Saturday at 5:30.
That's a padding game, if you ask me. That's an easy win. Sure.
Well, would it have been an easy game if Jose was there? And
yes.
then Boxing Day, which I will be attending if anyone wants to come and get an autograph. Haha, jokes. I'll be at Old Trafford on Boxing Day to watch Man United at Huddersfield. 2 whipping matches, really, but given Jose's form against the bottom 3 or 4, I wouldn't say that they're easy wins. Last season, Jose didn't beat any of the newly promoted teams away from home.
I mean, it's pretty
He lost to
hypocritical.
Brighton, Huddersfield, and Newcastle.
It's pretty hypocritical of me to say there's no easy wins in the Premier League.
No, Premier League. That is why Premier League's the best league.
Yeah,
in the world.
well, I mean, other than Fulham. They're
at the back. I mean, they're a shambles.
Oh, they're so bad.
They're a shambles. They're hung like a fucking wizard.
So we're gonna get your perspective because you're a United fan. Me and James are Arsenal. We'll get into that. Yeah, thanks. We'll get into that.
Yeah, we've got to talk about Tottenham 2-0.
Yeah,
Dele Alli!
Yeah,
Hate you, but
we
well
do.
done.
Can't wait for the DVDs to come out. Jesus.
Lol.
Yeah. So what needs that? So Solskjaer's coming in. He's gonna have a fresh transfer window. Who needs to stay? Who needs to go? Go on.
What, you want me to name 3 players should stay or should go?
Do both. So that should go. It doesn't have to be permanent. They can go on loan.
I wouldn't say get rid of anyone yet. And the reason I say that is because I think they down tools with Mourinho.
Yep.
Jose Mourinho is obviously a very polarising character. You either buy into what he says or you don't. When you come to the biggest club in the world that is expected to pay attacking football week in, week out, and you park the bus nearly every week, not a lot of the players are going to buy into that. So, given Solskjaer knows the club, obviously he's won numerous trophies with us.
Oh, yeah.
He's been there from a young age when we signed him from Mulder. Can I add for $1.5 million? That is a steal.
Oh, yeah.
Given the fact that he was fantastic for us. Maybe the players will buy into the fact that he's going to try and play attacking football. Give him a try, give him 2 or 3 games, and maybe don't get rid of him now, get rid of him in the summer. Unless Pogba says, no, I want to go now, Barcelona called him, then get rid of him. Lukaku, I'm not a massive Romelu Lukaku fan, but give him a go. You don't know what style Ollie will play, and you won't know until you've played that and you say, right, Lukaku's playing better, or he's playing worse, or he's still not the Lukaku we know.
You know, Lukaku frustrates me because it reminds me of Benteke, especially when Benteke was at Liverpool. And I don't understand how you could be 6'4", built like a brick shit. How he's huge and not be hustling in the box. He's hanging outside the box for a cross. Get inside there. You're tall. Lukaku just doesn't seem to be doing that.
My uncle said the other day in the Liverpool game that Lukaku frustrates him because he's built like a water buffalo and gets pushed off the ball like a 5-year-old.
Oh, shout out!
And that is Antonio.
Shout out, Uncle Antonio. Arriva Buses. How you doing?
Here we go. He'll be taking us up to Old Trafford, the legend himself.
What a nice guy.
No, I'm all for giving Ollie Solskjaer a run. We took a gamble with Sir Alex Ferguson all them years ago, and while it took a few years to get us where we was, it's worth giving someone a go, and we need to get someone in that knows the philosophy of Manchester United.
Yeah, but I kind of feel
Ollie does.
I feel that Sir Alex done Moyes dirty. He left him with a very aging squad, very old squad. Yeah, I understand that, but I also don't feel. I agree and disagree with that. Moyes came in, and Moyes was like, right, I want to do it my own way. I'm getting rid of all the backroom staff. So Eric Steele went, Brian McClare went, Mike Phelan went, Rene Meulenstein went. And, Moyes brought in Steve Round, Phil Neville as his 1 and 2 guys. I understand that Moyes thought he was going to be starting a legacy with Man United. He's on a 6-year contract, Someone on Twitter pointed out to me the other day that he still has 6 months left on his contract with Man United. A funny stat for you. So I bring back David Moyes, the man that didn't know what he was doing. And I can understand why he did that. But at the same time, it was a big transitional period. We lost Fergie, we lost David Gill. David Gill was massive for the club as well. And I feel like Moyes tried to change too much too early. Had he have maybe embedded it in slowly, brought in maybe Phil Neville behind the scenes as a coach, Steve Round as a coach, and then in a year and a half, 2 years, gone, right, no, Mike Phelan, you go and manage, Meulenstein, you go and manage. I've got the gist of what I need to do now. But he didn't, and I think that might have been Moyes' downfall. Also, maybe I think that maybe not a job was too big a job for him. Do you know what? I think with Moyes, he was the right choice. I honestly,
I would have.
How long was he in the Premier League? Like 10 years with Everton.
Yeah, he did a massive job with Everton.
He did a good job. I think he was the right choice.
I feel like we rushed, and I feel like that was partly down to Ed Woodward. Obviously, he was technical director. I think he still is technical director for us now. It was his first big job really as Man United, CEO, whatever you want to call him. And I think he panicked. Pulled the plug very early on Moyes. Who knows what we'd be like now? We could be 15th.
Yeah.
We won a Europa League and a League Cup 2 years ago with Mourinho, so I'm not going to sit here and slag Mourinho off. I like Mourinho as a manager. Personality-wise, I think he's brilliant.
I disagree. I hate his personality.
Yeah, but you're not a Man United fan.
Yeah, I get that, but he just loves a whinge. I hate them.
But he doesn't take it away from the players, but I think Man United... You can't do that. You're supposed to lead with class, dignity, and I think Mourinho's whinging and attacking the refs. I mean, all right, Fergie did that all the time, but Fergie won titles to back it up.
Yeah, exactly. It's,
Whereas Jose Mourinho,
And it
the
was
ship
kind of a
was
different time back then.
exactly. Football's evolved now, and I don't think Jose
now,
did with it,
you
unfortunately.
can
I
get-
wish Jose all the best. You know, he'll probably go to Italy now. I think he might go to AC Milan.
I think he'll have a few years. I think he'll have a year off.
Oh, he's been shopping. I saw him today at Harrods in an Adidas top, shopping for his wife.
The thing with Mourinho, he's had a running theme the last few years with clubs where he'll come in, he'll win something right away, and then like 2 seasons in, it'll just start falling apart.
Yeah, it's almost
He
like
did
the
that.
happened
happened in
doesn't
his
back him
second stint in
up.
Chelsea. Like that.
Yeah, the
started
third
really
season
well.
syndrome is what they say with
Yeah,
Jose,
exactly.
isn't it? I think Man United, because of the attacking football we're supposed to play, I think Jose kind of put the nail in his coffin when he against City and Liverpool, and it wasn't going to be long. I know a lot of people said give him till the end of the season, but there wasn't a lot you could have done.
I think
really.
it's a good idea to get someone in now whilst there's a new fresh transfer window coming up. Solskjaer can do what he wants. I think he's going to loan out a few players.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see players like Mason Greenwood, Angel Gomez. I'd even bring Fosu Mensah and Twanzebe back. Fosu Mensah's brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, he's wasted at Fulham because Fulham can't defend an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Axel Twanzebe's playing the Championship. He's probably one of the best defenders of the Championship. Bring him back. Give him Eric Bailly. Give him Chris Lindelof. Mick Smalling. Michael Smalling, like Louis Van Gaal used to say. Give him Victor Lindelof. Give someone, Twanzebe, the main role in defence, because Twanzebe is a potential leader of Man United defences for years to come.
Yeah, well, he's an academy project, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think what Solskjaer will do now is give a lot of the academy products a chance. Because he's been there, he's seen it.
When he was on I swear he went to Cardiff.
He did.
And he managed
a lot
to
of people were judging him because of his Cardiff
Yeah,
stint.
I remember he got, what's his name? Wilfried Zaha on loan.
Yes, yeah.
and,
Zaha was good for him.
Fabio. Remember Fabio?
Fabio da Silva.
Yeah,
One of the worst things we ever did was get rid of Raphael.
I thought he was good.
Van Gaal didn't want to keep Raphael because he didn't know how to pass. But Raphael had so much energy going up and down the right that I feel like we've not really replaced him. All right, we've got Valencia, and Valencia he's a fucking tank, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, big boy.
But I think his race is run now. This season he's really
old.
leggy.
I think he's too old. He's
really leggy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. James, what do you think? Solskjaer the right choice?
I don't really know much about his managerial experience. I know
he was at Mulder.
He did have a stint in Norway for a little bit.
According to Mulder, they've loaned him back to Man United. We're loaning managers. What the fuck is going on in the world of football?
I can see this obviously going one of two ways. He does a decent job and they keep him, or they just stick to what they said, keep him to the end of the season and bring someone more experienced in.
I think he's a middleman for someone like Ancelotti or someone to take over.
This is what I'm going to say. I know I'm a Man United fan, but if you was Ed Woodward, who would your top priority be for Man United?
Zidane.
I don't agree with you, James. I don't think Zidane's proven enough. He had the best team in the world with Ronaldo.
I think Conte.
I'm glad someone else has said that. I said that at work today and someone went, oh, it's just because you're Italian. I like Conte. I think Conte's classy. I think he'd look great in the dugout at Manchester. I think he'd be brilliant.
Agree, and I'm Italian too, so it's alright.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Italians, plug in for
Also,
Italians.
I just wanted to jump back. What do you think about the Pogba situation? Because I know Mourinho and Pogba were at loggerheads for a long time.
Yeah, so
and of course there was that deleted tweet and stuff. Do you think his attitude will be better now, or do you think he was part of the problem as well and should maybe go?
I think it was 50-50. I think Mourinho dug Pogba out a lot, and I think Pogba hid behind Mourinho's tactics. I think they both could have handled it better, but
it's a clash of personalities.
There was a lot.
If we know anything of Jose Mourinho, every managerial stint he's had, he's always targeted one player. When he was at Chelsea, he targeted Hazard. Doesn't work hard enough. When he was at Madrid, targeted Ronaldo. Doesn't work hard enough. Before that, Inter. I don't really think he targeted anyone, because they won everything. They were amazing.
Yeah,
but when it's not going right, Mourinho always seems to target someone as a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Whereas in his first year, he's all like, no, my players are unlucky. The referee's not giving us this penalty. The referee's giving a penalty against us. It's not my players' fault. But when things aren't going well for Mourinho, the star player isn't his friend anymore because he expects that star player to dig him out of the trench everywhere.
I also think it's a big personality clash as well. You remember how many moons ago Roy Keane and Sir Alex didn't really get on because you had two big personalities at one big club.
Well, they did for earlier years, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they did. But going towards the end of it, Keane always seemed to be like, I'm the guy in the locker room. I'm going to tell you what to do. And Sir Alex wasn't having none of it.
Well, there's stories that at half time, if Man United went in losing, Roy Keane would shout for 5 minutes, get out what he needed to say, and then Fergie would summarise. So half the time it wasn't even Fergie talking.
Wow.
Keane would go in there and go, "You're playing shit. You need to release the ball earlier. You need to follow your man." And then Fergie would go, "Right, boys, big 45 minutes now. Get out there and prove that you're worthy of playing for Man United."
Yeah.
And he'd put the cherry on the cake almost. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But going back to Pogba, I'd give Pogba 6 months. I'd say to him, now's your chance. Prove yourself. If you think you're bigger than Man United, fuck off.
Yeah.
No player's bigger than Man United. No player's bigger than the club, full stop.
Yep.
Unless Messi's playing at Leyton Orient, and that is never going to happen.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, he was bigger than Minster FC.
Well, can I say, Minster FC, fuck them.
There was a rumour. There was a rumour about Pogba with Mourinho.
Oh, that's spooky.
That was spooky. We've got a ghost in the house.
Apparently, Mourinho was trying to block Pogba's agent from getting involved in the club because he was trying to push for a move for Pogba to
Mino Raiola was trying to push the Barca move through.
Mourinho was trying to get
Edward
to block him out and
get
involved.
I did hear that as well.
I can really see that happening though, can't you?
Yeah, I think agents are the bane of football. I think they have far too much involvement.
Absolutely.
Because an agent can almost start the fire and the player's just got to post a tweet saying, I hate my club, and then it's lit.
Look at Neymar's dad. He's his agent, ain't
he? Is he? I didn't know that.
Oh my! The amount of fucking money he made for the PSG move it makes me sick.
Oh yeah, no, I did hear that. Yeah,
it was like sums of like 100 million or something like that.
Yeah, you
disgusting.
Hear the Adrian Rabiot situation right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. His agent's mum.
Yeah, he's announced he's leaving at the end of the season. Tottenham and Juventus, I've seen actually, have plugged that they want him.
Yeah.
He's a good player. He's really good.
I haven't seen enough of Rabiot.
He's basically been told that you're not signing a contract, you're sitting out the rest of your contract on the bench.
That's nice, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. If you're a club like PSG and you could buy the league, why do you need youth talents? Yeah. I'm sorry, but like as soon as say Neymar gets too old,
Arab money in it. PSG.
Oh, I can't remember who they're even owned by.
It's a Qatar company, isn't it?
Oh, of course it is. Who is it?
Qatar Airways or something? Yeah. No, who's?
Emirates.
Emirates. That'd be Emirates, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
it is Abu Dhabi.
It's absolutely ridiculous the amount of money that they've.
But they got away with FFP, even though they spent 180 million.
I don't know. I don't know how they did that. I haven't read into it
that much money. To be honest, they just plug loads of money in it.
Yeah, I mean the biggest problem I have with a team like PSG is it's a very very big fish in a very very small pond.
But
they're always going to piss the league.
They're 20 points clear now, I think.
Oh, God.
It's ridiculous. We're not even at Christmas.
League. I'm sorry, but like, if you look at every single team that isn't PSG, Marseille, Lyon, Monaco are god-awful this year.
Yeah, they're relegation. Done a great job there. Shout out to the best Arsenal manager of all time.
He just picked up his first win in like 5 games.
Oh, he's won. I didn't even know about
goddamn time.
Amazing. Well done, Thierry.
Well done, Thierry.
I was loving the stats that you were better than Wenger, but never mind.
Wow, cool. So remember Wenger was a Monaco manager, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
You know who he managed actually? Glenn Hoddle.
No way.
Yeah, seriously, isn't that?
But that's the thing. This is probably start a new topic. Do you think English players should go abroad? Jadon Sancho has gone to Borussia Dortmund and done fantastically.
Reece Nelson at Hoffenheim is killing it.
And this is what you've just said about Glenn Hoddle going there. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, would you see a young youth player such as Ruben Loftus-Cheek fuck off to maybe Ajax and go and ply his trade out there?
Well, I tell you what, I would love to see more of that. Not Chelsea players swinging into Vitesse every single fucking year, because that's an
affiliate club. They almost get told, right, you're going to Vitesse this year. Vitesse don't have to put an offer in. I play a lot of Football Manager, and Football Manager is obviously very lifelike to the managing world of football. You can just basically, as long as they agree it, and the player says, yeah, all right, they're not like playing. It's not like, say for instance, you're sending, I don't know, Alvaro Morata to go and play League One, Oxford. He can turn around and say no.
Yeah, I think a large part of it's down to English being the universal language. So for a lot of these players that come here, like, they can pick up the language quickly, but for a lot of players going out, learning Spanish, French, German, it's often a big gap.
I know. Well, Joey Barton seems to nail the French accent.
Oh, Joey Barton, brilliant. And Steve McLaren when he went to Holland.
Oh my god.
When he managed
Vitesse. No, he was at FC 20.
That's it, 20, yeah.
And he done really well. He done really well there.
He's not a bad manager.
What do you mean he's not a bad manager? McLaren was terrible.
Yeah, he's alright.
Look what he done with England. Terrible.
Yeah, but less said about England the better, to be honest.
Yeah, as good as Roy Hodgson, eh?
Oh, Hodgson, what a great manager he was. Oh, I heard something very interesting on TalkSport. Let's go back to Man United. If you're Gareth Southgate And Ed Woodward comes calling, offers you stellar money, triples what you're on at England, and says, take the Man United job. If you're Gareth Southgate, would you take it?
Oh, God, no. You're building probably one that was at the moment the best England team we've had in the last 20, 30 years. No way.
It's an interesting topic, though.
Oh,
Would Southgate eventually want to get back into day-to-day management?
Maybe.
Wenger loves day-to-day management. That's why he said he won't manage an international side.
Yeah.
Some managers live for that every day at 9 o'clock, being on that training field, come sunshine, rain or snow. They love being there.
Yeah, absolutely. They love it. What would you do, though, James, if you were Southgate?
No, I'd stick with the England job. I think he's got enough time, and I think
he's on a no-lose with England at the minute. He's done so well, and because he's building something,
we've got
the English FA are like, you're building something, you've got all these youth players coming in, we'll give you a chance.
We have a really good young team, and we've got a lot of good players coming through. Sancho, Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, even what's that guy who plays for Chelsea? He went to Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
I mentioned him a minute ago. He fucking seems to score every time he plays.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's ridiculous. He's built like a brick shithouse as well.
Dele Alli, who I don't
think he's youth anymore. He's more.
I don't hate Dele Alli by any means. I think he's a good player, but
I hate his attitude.
I think
he's a cock. To be
he
honest.
goes missing so often.
He's very easy to mark out the game.
He's English.
Yeah, he's very easy to mark out the game.
I just wanted to jump on one small point because we are nearly halfway through.
Wow. We can talk about football for days.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of touched on this with you the other day, Charlie, about how the state of the game's changed since like the late 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Fergie days.
And
like how it's like, back then, like a lot of the footballers were like, big sort of rough guys that just came in and did the job. Nowadays it's like sponsors and white trainers and dabbing and all that. And it's like, do you think the game's changed for the better, or do you think it's kind of sad the way it's gone? Like, could you imagine someone like Fergie walking into Man United and seeing like Rashford and he's like white sneakers and
Lingard,
I think it's a half and half. I think football has evolved because I think the quality of football's better.
Well, I play football at grassroots level, don't I? Because I play Shipley Sunday League. That is as basic level as
plug
football.
Plug your team.
Carlton Sports. My manager's Azza Gray. He's a fucking sound bloke. I've got so much time for him. He's one of the nicest blokes I've ever met. And I'll not plan. I've had offers for other teams, but I will always stay with Co-op.
Hey, Reece Sullivan, how you doing?
Reece Sullivan, how you doing?
Mate.
But yeah, I play obviously as basic a level as football's possible.
Yeah.
It's well documented about my fucking injury problems, but we won't go there. And even Sunday League level, you have people that turn up, in the latest tracksuits, nice trainers, go out there and play the worst football you've ever seen. And it is very much a fashion statement now. They'll go out there and their hair will be done. Yeah. Their tops will be immaculately, clean.
Sponsors and
Instagram,
social media.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And football, to me, is 22 people going on a pitch and kicking 10 shades of shit out of each other, but whilst also trying to play the most beautiful things you can play.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe, actually, it was really interesting about that point. It's not just football where like sponsors and players are going groomed and stuff. Pretty much, Lewis Hamilton has his own line at Tommy Hilfiger.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous.
It's a business now, and I think that's a problem.
Beckham is probably the smartest footballer who's ever lived.
Yes,
for making money. Beckham's killed it.
I don't know, Ronaldo. I mean, he's got millions and millions of pounds.
Absolutely. The thing is, what Ronaldo didn't do that Beckham did was franchise football just by being there, in America. I don't think Beckham.
I think Beckham was probably the first one that really
kicked it up,
globalised
absolutely
football and finance.
Exactly. I didn't know who LA Galaxy was before he turned up there. Mind you, I was only like 10 when he moved, but still. The thing is, with someone like a stature of David Beckham going to another league, it's like if Messi or Ronaldo went to the Indian League, that league would be watched like shit.
Yeah, that would. I reckon that got at least 2.5 stars.
It's like Iniesta went to the Japanese league, didn't he?
Oh, he tore it up, didn't he? That first goal he scored was like fucking.
And
I was like, yeah, all right, it's the Japanese league. Calm yourself.
Still pure
and
sex,
obviously you've got Rooney, who's doing pretty decent out in the American.
Yeah, and Zlatan.
Yeah, right. Well, okay,
But again,
you wanted to get off of it, but I'm going to ask you the question. Rooney's ripping it up in America. Is this a new Wayne Rooney, or is this a Wayne Rooney in a league that isn't as good as the Premier League?
The second option, easily. I'm sorry, but the MLS is still years
MLS
behind.
is very basic.
It's far behind any European league, even the South American leagues. The US national team didn't qualify for the World Cup. That set them back 4 years, in my opinion.
Yeah.
South American football, a lot of Latino flair. It's really exciting to watch, but it's not
South
up there with
Americans,
European football.
South Americans, obviously, we associate with poverty, hard, dirty grounds with barely any grass, and they play barefoot all day, every day, because they don't have schools.
Yeah,
and that is how a lot of them become great footballers.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the most successful national team in the world, Brazil, and you look at every single one of their teams that won it.
What is the most second successful team in the world?
Oh, Germany and Italy.
Italy. Sorry, I'm not having Germany. Don't want to
but they've both won 4.
Have they?
Yes, they both won 4.
Damn.
You look at the best international teams, and 9 times out of 10 people say 1970 Brazil team. The one with Socrates, Romario, Pelé, yeah, fantastic team. Eusebio was Portuguese.
Oh shit!
He's the second best Portuguese player of all time after Ronaldo. Now I love Eusebio.
What about Luis Figo?
Oh, he was good as well. Rui Costa.
I'm not sure I put Figo in a bracket of Ronaldo.
What about Bebe? Bebe's elevated. I think he's elevated.
Bebe.
Oh, Nani was such a... Honestly, I think what you said to me a few years ago, Santino, that Bebe was right.
A waste of football?
I think, no, not Bebe, Nani. I think good player, but he had too big the shoes. Whoa, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It's half time. We'll be back after these commercial messages. Hey, kid, get off my lawn.
You can't tell me what to do.
Sick of kids getting on your lawn? Landmines. Free a piece. Blow 'em to smithereens. Oh no, the kid ain't on my lawn. There's an arrest warrant out for you, sir. You'll never take me alive. Landmines. 3 for 5. Welcome back. I hope you like landmines as much as I do, fellas.
That was the worst ad break ever.
Oh, I disagree. I think they'll sell 1 million. I mean, they've done very well in other countries, especially during the Second World War.
Awesome.
Brilliant.
I'm not even going to reply to that.
Yeah, fantastic, isn't it?
Our host of the most is very barbaric, should we say?
Well, I disagree. I disagree completely. But Joe, your host, does like some good old-fashioned wrestling. Wrestling!
Big burly men with their tops off, sweating and throwing each other around.
Throwing each other around and, chucking a cheeky elbow in every now and then. Chair shots to their head. Haven't seen that since 1998.
Yeah, we've got some news.
We've got some news. James, take us away.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Wow, is it breaking? Kenny Omega? No, I'm not interested in it.
First and foremost, TLC. Did you watch it?
I watched it, yeah.
I'll be honest, no, I didn't.
Okay, 4 of the matches were pretty good. The rest, didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
What's WWE like now? Awesome.
The best for me, the match of the night was I definitely think it was the women's triple threat.
Don't look at me, I didn't watch it. I was
honestly. And my girl Asuka, boom. Yeah. What do you think, James? What's your match of the night?
I'd have to give it AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan.
I think we do like AJ Styles.
Best match.
That is always going to be a great match, though.
John Cena last year at SummerSlam. I think that was.
I liked AJ Styles, Chris Jericho at Mania. That was pretty good. But.
What's your favourite match? Like, it doesn't have to be like on Meltzer's Golden Board of Reign with a Tokyo Dome is the only place for 5 stars.
What, my favourite match of all time?
Your favourite.
I thought you meant your favourite AJ Styles match.
Oh, your favourite AJ Styles match? Mine's because I didn't really watch too much of him, but Shinsuke and AJ was it Dominion or Wrestle Kingdom? Wrestle Kingdom. That's fantastic. Yeah. That's fantastic.
I like Shinsuke, King of Strong Style.
To jump on the Meltzer bandwagon, he gave AJ and Bryan 4.75.
Fucking hell.
Nearly 5 stars.
So that's close. Probably the highest rated Dave Meltzer's given since Punk. For the main card, since Punk and Cena at Money in the Bank 2011.
Yeah,
brought up last week on podcast.
Absolutely. I mean, they've had a few close calls. Last year's SummerSlam was really fucking good.
Yeah.
Lesnar, Joe, Reigns, and Cena. Fatal four-way. Yeah, that's fantastic. That was really good.
Was it not Braun Strowman?
He was Braun
Lesnar, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and Braun Strowman.
Braun Strongbow.
Yeah.
On Raw, they finally brought Vinnie back out. And,
I heard he was coming back out.
They basically sort of acknowledged how crap the show's been. They decided to get rid of all the authority angles, and they're going to sort of listen to the fans and
so they
bring in news.
So they've basically kayfabed. No, they've got off kayfabe.
Kayfabe's been dead for years anyway.
Yeah, yes and no.
It's just pretty stupid wrestling sometimes.
They've just basically gotten rid of the whole authority story that
That was done to dead after they should have cut that off when Daniel Bryan won the bloody title at WrestleMania 30, and he put his hand down against the Authority and said "fuck you."
Not without ramifications, I'm afraid, because they affected SmackDown, and Paige is no longer SmackDown.
Yes, I saw that.
No, I like Paige.
She's been moved to a different managerial position, air quotes.
I love Paige.
But we don't know what's going to happen. But SmackDown was a huge success. New star for Ali of 205 is now main roster.
Love the stuff for Ali.
He's fantastic.
He pinned Daniel Bryan in a tag team match.
I do get the notifications.
He was tagging with AJ Styles against Bryan and Almas, and he pinned him in the main event.
Is Daniel Bryan heel now?
Yeah, okay, it's not Daniel Bryan, it's the new Daniel Bryan. He walks into the ring like a chimp, and I ain't even exaggerating, he crawls like a chimp. Like, it's really weird, really weird.
The Good Brothers made a TV appearance for the first time in months.
Very nice.
Gallows and Anderson.
Bullet Club.
Bullet Club.
Sweet. Yeah.
Shout out to Santino Quattro, who's currently wearing a Bullet Club long sleeve t-shirt.
Of course, ready. Got to get them gloves on and tear up any club in
I'll go and fight someone if anyone wants to fight.
And would you like to hear Meltzer's backstage news as of today?
Go on, go ahead. I'm ready.
Little notes. Finn Balor's set to get a significant push.
Damn right. About goddamn time.
Prince Devitt, give him a chance.
Too sweet.
I feel like we should just do that every time anything's mentioned about potential Bullet Club people.
Becky Lynch was considered a bad promo before the summer by higher ups in WWE because of her accent.
Are you kidding? She's been killing it.
She's stunning.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam. She's stunning.
No, she's been absolutely killing it though. She's like the most female Stone Cold we're gonna get. She calls herself the man. She is the man. She's fantastic.
Brilliant. Sorry, Sam.
I know you might have noticed Alexa Bliss was sort of moving to an authority position last few weeks. That's been dropped because of the whole thing.
Yeah, about time. Was it Baron Bazacorp popped out? It was like, they need someone winning the women's division, and Alexa Bliss was there like,
Hey, I'll do it, yes, please.
I love
Alexa Bliss. Shane McMahon's heel turn's been dropped because he won the Saudi Arabia best in the world thing, and he was starting to act heel.
There's only one best in the world.
CM Punk. He's never coming back.
And he's Tom Cabana.
Come home, Phil. We miss you. Please.
Please come home.
And they've also dropped Lucha House Party rules.
Really?
Yeah, because it didn't make sense. 3 faces against 2 guys. It's like.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Also, I'd like to pick your brains on a certain subject. Kenny Omega to WWE, yes or no, and why?
Never gonna happen. He makes enough money outside of Japan with merch. He has better quality of wrestling. WWE can't offer him anything that he wants.
Right, now, he said no, so what I want you to do, James, is say yes. Why would he go to WWE?
Okay, guaranteed money, quality of mind. Basically, be able to wrestle every night. Obviously, it wouldn't be the same quality as Japan. He wouldn't be able to put on 40-plus minute classics every night like most people. But if he had a family that he wanted to start providing for, he's got that security. He's not getting any younger. He's like 35 now, so he's only going to be wrestling at his peak for the next few years. He might want to consider going to the big place. He might get lucky. He might get a world title run. He could always help him.
He would absolutely get one.
Yeah, I think he would be in the same bracket as AJ, I think.
Oh, yeah. Of course, I think AJ's a far superior.
Would he be a bigger celebrity, shall we say, if he went to WWE rather than how he is at NJPW?
I genuinely think as big as AJ was, especially with TNA, I think this would be kind of a bigger deal of Kenny Omega going back to WWE because he was in their developmental.
I did not know that. Interesting fact.
He would be an interesting one. I wouldn't say he'd be big as AJ because for years AJ was the TNA guy. He was the guy that never. He was the guy other than Sting.
I always heard
that never went to WWE.
A lot of dirt sheets said that AJ Styles would never go to WWE. A lot of people. I used to follow No DQ Pro Wrestling.
I remember them,
yeah. And he always used to say on there that AJ Styles has said he'll never wrestle at WWE. But what does Vince McMahon say? Never say never.
No.
So maybe Kenny Omega could wrestle possibly back there one day.
The thing is, like, you could say never, but, we never thought we'd see the Ultimate Warrior walking back into WWE. We never thought we'd see...
Can I just add, he died the next night.
Do you know what? I actually saw a really good fight. There's a guy called Beetlejuice. He's like this short black guy. Does loads of comedy skits and whatever, and someone's edited The Ultimate Warrior, and he comes in the ring and says, the warrior spirit is in everyone and whatever, and then he cuts the just saying, next day motherfucker was dead.
We should laugh.
Jesus Christ. Actually, you know what, we should laugh. He was a terrible person.
Who? Oh, the Warrior.
Yeah,
he
he
was-
was videos on YouTube. He was racist. He was bigoted. He was
very
would get
homophobic.
cancer and die. Like,
Oh, I didn't know that. No, I did
he
not
was
know
a
that
terrible
about the
human
Warrior.
being, and the fact that he came back and they named it a honorary award after him is like
Yeah.
it's so disgusting. Like honestly, when you get time, just look up like on Google like the truth about the Ultimate Warrior, and you'll find. I'll provide it for you next week.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We'll throw a
another one
link
is-
into
did
the comments below if you want to check that out.
Yeah.
I
But
certainly will.
did you actually hear about the drama they had with the Great Moolah?
No.
The Great Moolah was a wrestler many moons ago, and she was considered one of the
Fabulous Moolah.
the fabulous Moolah.
Fabulous
yeah.
Moolah.
So she was like the cream of the crop. Her and was it Mae Young?
Mae Young.
Mae Young.
Those were the face of women's wrestling.
Mae Young Classic.
And yes, the Mae Young Classic, like, really good competition. They was going to have the Great Moolah Battle Royale, whatever it was at WrestleMania. Then it surfaced. Of course, it's been happening. Everyone's known for a while, but it surfaced that the Great Moolah was sex trafficking a lot of women wrestlers.
She used to train these women wrestlers, and she'd send them off to companies where they basically solicit the promoters for sex. And she was known to do drugs, and like basically, she was a very horrible person. But this was kind of stuff that you'd only know if you sort of did research online.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like WWE put a shadow over it. So not a lot
Yeah,
of people
like
did.
WWE do.
And then
Yeah.
when they announced that she was being named after the tournament for women, a lot of people basically spoke up and said, "Hang on, she's
Yeah.
done all this." And
Yeah.
Snickers, which was the sponsor
Yeah.
for WrestleMania, basically heard about this and basically told WWE to drop it, and they
Yeah,
did.
fucking drop it. It's right.
WWE kind of do things to suit themselves. I remember CM Punk saying that. WWE only do things to cover themselves.
Yeah.
They don't actually care about anyone apart from their own brand name.
Yes
I
and
think
no.
they actually show it.
Yes and no. I mean, like, I'm not happy with WWE. Like, you know, they as soon as they hear a little bit of competition, they're trying to buy the talent.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
UFC's not
I'm
WWE's
not-
competition, but they'll fire you on your wedding day and you can't compete there for a year or so after.
Yeah,
even though they
that's
fired you on your wedding day, dude.
Yeah, I wonder
CM
who
Punk.
I wonder who that reminds me of. Phil.
Philip Jack Brooks.
I was telling you the other day, Matt Riddle's a perfect example. He's a former UFC guy that turned wrestler.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Fantastic,
And he was wrestling for a sort of a British company that has ties to WWE, but not with WWE. And when there was reports that he was going to go to Japan, the owner of the company that he worked for basically phoned WWE up and said, "Oh, Matt Riddle's going to Japan." Then WWE turned around and basically offered them a huge deal and signed Matt Riddle. So he basically just swept him
Yeah.
under the rug and took him straight away.
But you,
Yeah,
honestly,
totally,
you will love Riddle. He's fantastic. He's like the
Has
only
he
guy.
got personality,
He's
charisma?
a stoner. He's a stoner dude, but he's like an amazing
So
wrestler.
like RVD almost. RVD's a stoner.
He's one of my boys. I love RVD. He's one of my
Rob
favorite
Van Dam.
wrestlers.
We'll have to do a boys list for like next week or so.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
definitely.
We tried it last week, but
Okay.
we went on a tangent.
Right, I've got one more piece of news, and that's just Dave Meltzer getting a 5-star match rating this week.
Oh,
Did he?
Who too?
The final go home show for the Wrestle Kingdom, which is the New Japan's WrestleMania. They
Yeah.
have a final pay per view, and it was Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay.
Oh, the
British
boy,
boy.
I love Will Ospreay.
I did see a couple of vines actually.
Sorry, it
about
wasn't
that.
Kenny. It was Tanahashi and Ospreay against the Golden Lovers, which is Kota Ibushi and
Ibushi
Kenny Omega.
and
And he
Kenny
gave the
Omega.
match 5 stars.
Yeah, wow.
Oh,
wait,
wow.
wait. Tanahashi, is that the one with Daryl?
No,
Or is
no,
it-
Tanahashi is he's like John Cena of Japan.
Oh wow.
He's just in his 40s now, but he's like the guy that carried the company during its dark times, and he's like a legend.
It makes me miss like I do miss people like John Cena. Go Karen Ryan.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much.
That's
what
pretty much
I
it.
would say,
I one of my favorite Japanese wrestlers, because I only really started getting into Japanese wrestling about a year ago, was Minoru Suzuki. I goddamn love the guy.
Minoru is
He's
he's a
ex
beast.
MMA fighter, isn't he?
he founded a company called Pancras, which
Mhm.
was basically the formation of like shoot fighting before the UFC became big. He was the kind of guy that kickstarted it.
Uh-huh.
He's in like his 50s now, and he's sort of transitioned to wrestling. But damn, he's
Still killing
he
it.
can still go, and he's legit a scary guy. Which is ironic because if you look at his Twitter, he just posts One Piece like anime stuff. Like, he's a big
He's
One
a
Piece
big One Piece fan. I know.
Yeah.
Was it the creator of One Piece, Oda? And he commissioned a good picture of him like celebrating 30 years of like his career, which is brilliant news.
I have one
love it.
question I'd like to ask before we wrap this wrestling topic up.
Go on.
If you could pick 2 superstars to have a 1 hour clean match, it has to be disqualification, It's a standard singles match.
Mhm.
2 superstars anywhere in pro wrestling right now. Who would it be and why?
Okay.
Start with you, Charlie.
Okay, Will Ospreay.
Okay,
I love him. I think he's absolutely fantastic. And the phenomenal
AJ Styles, baby.
Will Ospreay is my boy. And don't get me wrong, Zack Sabre Jr. Isla Sheppy, how you doing? Throw that belt in Tantra one day, please, Zach. Love you. But Will Ospreay just kills it for me.
You know, I'm pretty sure they had a match back in 2013. But
It's crazy how many superstars have had dark matches, shall we say, that you don't know about because they're not televised or pushed to the public view.
My match would be purely because it's not been done, and I'm actually amazed it's not been done because they're both in the company. Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. They've not had a singles match.
That was
I want to change one. Seth Rollins and Adam Cole.
I mean, as much as I'd love to see things like, you know, Omega and Seth Rollins, or like AJ Styles and someone else.
Punk and Stone
I just
Cold.
honestly think like it's most viable, and it's amazing that they've both been in the company for about like AJ's been there for like nearly 3 years now.
And they've not really
had
even been on the same
Yeah.
match. They've not even had a chance to cross
I think they
paths.
were against each other in a Survivor Series match, but there was very little interaction, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that doesn't count. I don't count that.
Mine-
Because we said singles, didn't we? So
Mine, and you're going to... I don't know if you'll agree, and you might go, they've already fought Punk and Omega.
Oh man,
I know I said anyone in pro wrestling right now.
If you said the 2011 Punk and the Kenny Omega of this year and last year, absolutely.
I think on the mic they'd be fantastic,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they would fucking rock Dave Meltzer's 5-star scale because they would just be so perfect for each other.
I would take out Punk, and I would put in Daniel Bryan against
Oh, you said
I think Punk's,
also you got like
I
one of the
think
best
Punk's
technical
cracky
wrestler.
style.
Yeah,
is
but you're
letting
taking
his
into
arse
consideration-
pants and all that.
Like, Punk's obviously not. He hasn't wrestled for nearly 5 years now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
So
in his
I
40s.
think he's still-
Yeah, but he was a prime 2011 Punk.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know.
yeah, you can say that a little bit. I thought we were trying to be a little bit realistic.
Okay, if we be realistic, Adam Cole and Seth Rollins.
That's good.
I fucking love Adam Cole.
Okay.
So good.
I like Seth Rollins as a wrestler.
Guess what? You know, Adam Cole was a former Bullet Club member. Too sweet.
But he was kicked out.
Another plug for Bullet
In
Club.
fact, he was super kicked out by
By the Young Bucks, and who was introduced? But Marty Skrull, our boy.
This should be just a Bullet Club
Right.
special.
yeah, that's what I've got for wrestling news.
It is coming to the special time, the Spin the Wheel premium event of
Let's
the podcast.
spin that wheel. Make some sound noises, boys.
Might as well just do it.
Oh,
Too sweet!
and
Special.
2013. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 2013, a very good year. It was the 2013th edition of the Jesus Christ birthday.
Wow.
So what happened in 2013? Well, the highest grossing film was Iron Man 3, which grossed
Still haven't watched that. I've never watched any Iron Man film
That's the
ever.
one where it wasn't the Mandarin turned out to be an actor.
Yeah, no, it's like really confusing. It's like he's like his biggest rival.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It's kind of sad.
Anyway, that film grossed an astonishing $1.2 billion.
That's a crazy
That's
amount of money
crazy.
for a film.
That's insane.
And
A film
that's
I've never seen as
That's
well. Maybe I
probably
should check
like-
that
That's
out.
probably nothing compared to today. You consider the other Marvel, like I imagine the Avengers and Infinity War is probably like
Fucking blown out of the water, really.
Absolutely, I think Endgame's going to kill it as well. Like,
Possibly.
like financially, it's perfect. What else happened? Well, because we love our football, we love our soccer as the Yanks.
Soccer!
The Premier League champions were Manchester United.
Hey!
Which was-
Glory days!
It was their last Premier League title.
I didn't have
they won.
cubes then. Hang on, 25. Yeah, I probably
Yeah, I
did a
think
few.
you did, buddy. They had 89 points at the
I
end.
believe
That was the year of Robin Van Persie.
Fuck.
Robin Van Persie.
Right, go and fuck yourself. Alright, get
Scored
out. You,
on-
I'm afraid the
28 goals that
podcast has
season, I
been
think.
cancelled forthwith.
Yeah,
How much
of
did Man United
course.
sign Robin Van Persie for?
What's that?
How much did Man United sign Robin Van Persie for?
Like 20 million, wasn't it?
Exactly. That
Like
is one of
20
the
million.
biggest bargains in today's market.
Yeah, I mean, he was honestly he was good for years, but he's still an absolute massive wanker.
Scored that wonderful volley.
Robin,
against Aston Villa,
if you're
which was
listening,
lovely.
which I know you are, I know you're out there, Robin.
I see you, Robin.
Fuck you.
Where's Batman?
Fuck
Didn't you have a Robin Van Persie shirt?
I had a.
I still have a Robin Van
I was a
Persie
Van
shirt.
Persie shirt.
It's currently my
Had.
mum's. It has, I believe, Aeon or AIG on the front of it. I think that.
Aeon would be this one.
I think we were still sponsored by Nike then.
Do you,
because Louis Van Gaal
do you
came
want
over.
to throw it on the pile of my Alexis Sanchez shirt?
It's got
I
heartbreak.
don't own one of them yet because he hasn't.
Do you know
So
what?
I took another risk and I brought a Torreira shirt. So we'll
Oh.
see. Hopefully he doesn't jump ship to City.
Torreira's good. Torreira's very,
Torreira's very good.
Very
Yeah,
technically
absolutely.
good.
So of course, Man United they won the league with 89 points. Champions League winners: Bayern Munich What a team that was. Lewandowski, Neuer.
That was at Wembley.
That was at Wembley. I remember watching the game, and it was a really good game.
So, who scored the first goal?
The first goal was Bayern Munich.
Yes, it was.
I know. Oh God, who did score the first goal? Muller?
Possibly.
Possibly.
And then it was an equaliser.
Equal by Ilkay
Good
Gundogan.
one via the penalty spot.
And then Robin in like the 83rd.
Robin! And then
Oh.
he just sort of scuffs it, doesn't he, with his left foot
Yeah.
under the Biden fella.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic goal.
And then he just stands there going, what? Looking at the fans, and everyone's like,
I know, he's
we don't
Dutch.
even like you, prick.
I was saying he's Dutch. We're going, Vod.
What are you looking at?
Yeah. What else happened in 2013? Well, the most downloaded song was Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
Amazing. I haven't got it on my phone, but I probably will download that next. I
love that song. Yeah, I like.
Can't remember it well enough to sing it, so I'm not going to.
In WWE, who were the champions? Santino, have a guess who the champions were.
Right, okay, so I'll do it by pay-per-view. The first pay-per-view of 2013 is Royal Rumble.
We're going to be here all day.
No,
Carry on.
Punk.
Let me just tell. Yes, it started with Punk, and it was the end of his famous 400+ day reign.
434 days. How do you not know that?
To The Rock.
It was worst ever.
And then it
disgrace
was
and
obviously
record.
The Rock versus Cena twice in a lifetime.
Which Punk tried to change my ad. He tried to make it
He
a
wanted a
triple
triple
threat.
threat. That ran up to 500 days.
Yeah.
Yep.
He said, "Oh, I don't care. Make it a triple threat. Get me eliminated in 5 minutes. I don't care. I can say I've done the WrestleMania main event. They can stop being such a fucking hang-up." Quote.
Yep. And then obviously there was the summer of Daniel Bryan when he beat Cena, and then obviously
I did like that storyline. I thought
then
it was fun.
Randy Orton turned on him and cashed it in.
That was awesome. That
And
was a
then
good match.
Daniel Bryan won it again, and then Randy Orton won it after he had it they took the title away because it was like they thought he was in cahoots with the wrestler.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then obviously we had the famous WrestleMania moment where Daniel Bryan won. And
But we also
that was
undisputed
2014.
the titles, didn't we? Because Randy Orton fought John Cena at was it Night of Champions?
yeah,
that
and
champions,
he won
yeah.
that was the last actual title change before the end of the year.
Because they took the WWE title and the World Heavyweight title, put them together, and made
The
Universal
WWE
title.
World... No, it wasn't. It was WWE
Oh,
World
sorry,
Heavyweight
yeah.
Champion, and then
Sorry,
that's that.
yeah, I'm such a
Biggest headlines. Nelson Mandela passed away.
Oh,
Yeah,
sad.
that was pretty sad. Yeah, I remember because he was in prison for like 26 years, and there's something called the Mandela effect. A lot of people thought he was dead in prison. But then he surfaced and was like, wait, what the fuck?
a bit like Arsene Wenger's career when he won the Turf Cup, yeah.
Right, you're gonna get out of this flat very soon. Another example.
Amazing.
Another example of the Mandela effect is a lot of people think the Monopoly guy has a monocule. He doesn't. But people think he does.
He reminds me of the Pringles guy.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he, really?
Maybe they're cousins. God, could you
Incest.
They might
imagine?
own the same
Jesus.
Monopoly.
They're probably shepherd.
Yeah, hey, but
I don't know.
that's his one per podcast. Thank you, boys.
He's our producer for a reason.
And otherwise, there was a Boston Marathon bombing. I remember hearing about that.
Oh, that was
Fucking hell, was that 5 years ago?
That was
5 years
the
ago.
that was the two kids, and then the guy hid in the speedboat after the shootout.
Yeah, fucking hell.
He ran over his brother, didn't he, to get away?
Yep.
And his brother died, and then
What an arsehole.
No, he
Why
got-
did he C-bomb there?
he got shot, and he hid in like a boat out at the back of a garden, and then the police found him.
What a cunt.
He's still on death row, by the way. He's still waiting execution.
For 5 years, it's a joke.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
joke. Oh.
Oh, shit.
But hey, that was 2013. But what was Santino doing in 2013?
Not a lot, really, I don't think.
Oh,
I was
wow.
with someone for a little while. Story of my life, really. I was with an idiot for a little while.
No name
We left
dropping.
college. I wouldn't name drop anyway. She
Yeah.
doesn't deserve it.
Oh.
We was at college until July, where we emotionally went our separate ways. You went to university.
I went to university, yeah.
Plastering.
I was living with my dad.
That was many. God, 5 years ago.
That's ridiculous.
God, yeah, my God. Like,
That's a whole, 1,700
That's-
days ago.
that's half a decade.
And,
Wouldn't go that far.
Inside joke.
Yeah, it's 5 years ago since CM Punk retired as well.
No, that's 2014.
2014.
Well, it's the start of 2020.
2018.
Yeah,
28th
it was
of
January
It was
Royal Rumble.
the night after Rumble,
It was
he done a show and then he was gone.
He left.
He left.
He tweeted
He was
out,
in,
He tweeted out
um,
thanks for this, thanks to everybody for all the cheers that you keep being you, and then that was it.
That was on that was on a day
That was
he
his
got
contract.
severance papers.
Yeah, that's the day his contract
said,
expired, yeah.
And then,
Thanks everybody. Thanks for all the support. Health and happiness above all. Don't ever take any shit from anybody.
Yeah, I remember that. Joe, I remember taking long walks with you. Like, this is literally...
We planned CM Punk's return.
Yeah, we planned it. So, in
Chicago,
April.
Illinois.
So this is about Easter time in 2014. This is supposed to be 2013.
It's supposed to be 2013.
This is
We're changing to 2014, motherfuckers. If you don't like it, don't listen to the podcast.
Right,
No,
this
please
is
don't.
like
He's pointing
Easter.
at the laptop, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
Jesus.
shouting.
Yeah, take that, you inanimate object. So, yeah, it was about the Easter time, wasn't it? Easter time. I came home from university for a few weeks, spent some time with the family. Santino's like, hey, do you want to go get a beer? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to go get a beer.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. So we go
All
get...
of our stories start with alcohol.
Yeah, always do.
We can't drink alcohol
We
now.
get a beer. We was getting ready for the World Cup. My God, what a great summer that was. And as we was walking back to... I think it was going back to mine, I think.
Possibly.
Yeah.
At home then, didn't I?
Yeah, so it was walking back home, and then he started getting giddy and said, CM Punk's coming back, CM Punk's coming back. I was
I
like,
think I saw it in the internet,
nah,
didn't I?
surely not. I don't believe
That
it. He
shit
was still in
mad.
contracts at the time, though. His contract expired in like June, didn't it?
Yeah, no, his contract expired on July 17th.
Ah.
And do you know why? Because that was the contract date that it was going to expire in 2011 where he was going to leave before.
Oh, wow. Money in the bank time. Money in the bank time.
On the night of Money in the
Wow.
Bank,
Oh.
July 10th.
Yeah, so I remember getting all giddy about that, and then Paul Heyman come and spoiled the fucking party in
I
Chicago.
remember that, Rob.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
a
that
that
was
was
I
fucking
remember there
awesome.
was a
awesome.
point that Punk was around.
I'm
and
here
there
to
was
tell
rumours
you-
that he was going to come back.
Of
Wow.
a story of a guy who never quite fit WWE's philosophy. A guy who had too many tattoos, who wasn't 6 foot plus, and that's as far as I remember. But he sat down and did it, and it was so clearly about Punk.
Oh,
And the
wow.
fans dug it, man. They thought it was fucking awesome, and I
Yeah,
did as
yeah.
well. And I remember getting tears because Punk was a massive part of my childhood.
Yeah, do you know what? He's my favourite wrestler the last 10 years.
Okay,
Quite happily.
let's end this podcast with why we love CM Punk.
I
I don't know
love...
if James loves CM Punk. as
Oh,
much, but
we all have CM Punk shirts.
I have a CM Punk shirt.
I think
Yeah.
for me,
CM Punk was the reason I got. I didn't watch wrestling. Well, I watched wrestling. I think I stopped watching about 2006, and then I sort of went off to college, and I didn't really care. And
Yeah,
then
I stopped
I was
as well.
living in Rochester, happily unemployed and on the dole, and
I've been there,
trying
I've done
to
that.
find things
Oh.
to do. And I was like, I think the first thing that got me back into it was the whole famous Rock versus Cena. It was kind of
once in a lifetime.
And I remember,
Twice in a lifetime.
I remember streaming it on my laptop at like 1 o'clock in the morning, just
That was the best
just
part
out of
about
curiosity.
wrestling.
And then I actually started tuning in, and I was like, "Oh, CM Punk! I remember him when he was like long hair and he cashed in on Edge. That was like my first memory
Yeah.
of Punk."
Oh, yeah.
And then I like watched it during his title reign, and he was just killing it. And he was the reason I got back into watching wrestling.
Oh, wow.
And no matter what he does, like no matter how many times he his ass kicked in UFC, no matter how many times he sort of breaks up friendships, like I'll always follow him.
I'll always be a Punk fan, absolutely.
For me, I think I had a stage in my life where I was very unhappy.
Yeah.
I suffered a lot with mental health issues, and for me, Punk was always a guy to fall back on, because Punk was always, no matter what someone says, because of how you look, how you act, who you are, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And if someone is being mean to you for no reason, or pushing you to lengths you don't want to go, there is nothing stopping you from turning around and saying, fuck you, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, do you know...
He taught me, and this has also been a problem, not just in relationships, but work, friends, that there's nothing wrong with taking your ball and going home. There is nothing wrong with it.
No.
If you're not happy, or you're not getting something from somewhere that you want or need, you can walk away. And
Yeah.
I love that about Punk.
I completely agree with you. I think that's one thing I loved about Punk, is about being different doesn't make you different.
Exactly, and that's what
It doesn't
Punk
make you
was.
different. It makes you just as good as anyone
Punk
else.
had crazy coloured
Yeah.
hair. He was skinny fat, but Punk was Punk.
Yeah, absolutely.
What quote did we say earlier tonight?
I would rather be hated for someone I am than loved for someone I'm not.
And that is Punk to a
Do
T.
you know, that's my quote for the life, honestly. That and whatever happens, happens. They're my two quotes.
My favourite Punk quote is when he was feuding the Rock and he just said, "Your arms are too short
Short to box with God.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate. That's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Oh, do you know what, guys? This has not been very Christmassy for a Christmas podcast.
This has been 58 minutes of us talking
football."
Absolute
football, wrestling,
shit.
and it's supposed to be a Christmas special.
Well, let's make it a little bit Christmassy at least. Santino, favourite Christmas film?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Very good. James, favourite Christmas film?
Love Actually.
Love Actually.
Love Actually. No,
Oh,
Fuck off, chick flicks are good.
My
Fuck
girlfriend
you.
is going to watch this and she's trying to force me to watch Love Actually. You've just fucked me in the arse, basically.
Well.
Because she's going to be like, you have to watch this film now. And I was trying to bargain with her to get her to watch Man United with me. You've just fucking blown that out of the water.
Sam, you're welcome. Mine's Die Hard. Classic. Love
It's
it.
like this one reference to Christmas
They
in
did
it.
actually do a UK vote what was the best film, and it was like It's a Wonderful Life was number one. And
Oh, yeah, that's
Ah,
classic.
I'm going to really test your knowledge of Love Actually now. Favourite quote from Love Actually?
Oh God.
I feel it in my fingers.
I've never seen it.
I feel it in my toes.
Favourite quote from Die Hard?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Favourite quote from Jingle All the Way? It's turbo time. And that, ladies and
No,
gentlemen,
come on. He got two.
the man with
My
the
God.
bomb.
Oh, before we go, special thanks to absolutely everyone who's listening. We wish you a very, very good Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas. We
motherfuckers.
love you all. Right, also, we've actually got a very, very, very good news for everyone who likes Christmas, everyone who likes rock music, pop music, punk music, or if you just like a slow jam.
What about rap
Our
music?
boys Rapturous. Rapturous also do a little bit of rap and reggae. They are playing at Hamburg, which is the Ramsgate Music Hall. It's 13 Turner Street, Ramsgate. It is the 21st of December, so Friday. Whoa.
Tomorrow
No, today. When this gets released.
well, it'll be
Of
today when it
course,
gets released.
Today when
yeah.
this gets released.
So, hopefully.
So please
you have
check
no
them
plans.
out. Fantastic music. We're going to plug a little bit of their music. They've given us permission. Please give us permission. We need this.
Shout out to my boy Nathan.
Shout out to Nathan. Shout out to Davey. They're our fellas. We love yous all.
Okay.
I think that's the podcast done, guys.
Any last
Wow.
shout outs to anybody?
Let me see. Shout out to CM Punk once again. We're going to
Yeah.
keep sucking you off on this podcast.
CM Punk, mate, thanks for making me who I am.
Special thanks to everyone in the Bullet Club. All three of us. Come on, boys.
Too sweet!
Oh God, guys, do you know what? It's been good.
It's been a fucking laugh this
I've-
week.
I've had
I really enjoyed it.
I've had a really good
we
week.
got a guest lined up for next week.
Not yet.
I think I have a wild card. I have a wild card. Do you know what, James? I'm sick of you being a guest.
Oh, okay.
James is a permanent member
Of the Bullet Club.
of the Bullet Club.
Too sweet! That is the eighth time
That's
we've done
not
that.
getting old. Gee golly. Well, okay, next year. Next year, God.
Could be, who knows?
So we was discussing it with having a break for next week, but
I'm not sure. I'm going to be
we
around.
gotta do it. So we're gonna do it. It'll be
27th.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
27th,
it's gonna be a
fortunately.
New Year's special, guys. A
Sam's
New Year's
birthday, so I'll have to try and pry her out or bring her in.
Oh, so a wild card guest. Who
wants to
knows?
spend their birthday with us?
Hey.
No one.
Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you so much for listening, for watching, for supporting us. It doesn't matter if we get 5 views, 100 views, 100,000 views. We'll keep doing this podcast because we love to.
We want to give back to the people because the people are what makes the world the way it is.
Fantastic. Oh, right. So that's it. Everyone, have a fantastic Christmas. Eat as much turkey as you want, for God's sake.
Charlie's end quote of the podcast this week is...
The end quote of the podcast shall be... fuck. I didn't think this far ahead. Time to end the podcast. Thank you very much, guys.
Bye!
Love you all. Goodbye.
I've been here before. This time I can't ignore all these thoughts rolling around my brain. And I've been knocked back down. I traveled to cities and towns, but they just all do the same. Now I know that this time I must react, 'cause I am not the man to blame. And I must fight back, but keep my heart intact, 'cause I no longer can be tamed. There will be no fire in my hand. There will be no fire, try to understand. There will be no fire in my hand. There will be no fire, try to understand. see the world in flames and there's fire in the skies. I got that fire in my heart, I got to keep it burning when I'm lighting up the dark. I got that fire in my